was asked by an anonymous viewer what I thought about poverty and the verse in Deuteronomy about giving to thy brother, thine brethren, which are needy. And I want to answer him that I look to a time close where there will be no neediness whatsoever, and no poverty, and no disease, and no wanting of any sort. That time, and the beginning of that time, has clearly started. Denying it would be foolish to deny the greatest achievements of humanity, because by recognizing them, one can duplicate them and reproduce them and understand how they were constructed, these achievements that humanity has made, mainly through group coordination and through sentences and language and the techniques that we've developed over the last few thousand years of consciousness. And I hear there is an anonymous viewer that is saying that there is still a lot of poverty. And what are you talking about? That there is a messianic time, a great period. Poverty is everywhere. And I say that there is no excuse for poverty now. There is no excuse whatsoever. If there is poverty, that is our individual problems. Everyone, the system is failing. The representation of the system, the language is no longer cooperative with the targets and the will and the imagination. There is something irksome about it. It needs to be reconstructed. And the anonymous viewer is saying that that's a nice utopian idea, but what about considering the poor, truly? And I say that it is of every small group to look at their community and to vitalize it in its diversity. In the age of this unique age, the age of need is no longer the axis. It's the way that it is used, the deployment, and now that we have access to artificial intelligence and mechanized and automated systems, there is no shortage in this energy, in this computation energy, to be able to achieve any form or configuration of coordinates towards achieving one's goals, so that the age of need is potentially within our grasp. The way to do so is to assert governance and how to press against government to be able to make a general transition. That is attributed to miraculous. How can that be done? I believe that it should first and foremost be done through legislation against, or in precaution against, the possibilities that the bureaucracy will not cooperate with the optimization of the system, to make that governance is almost free. And with the freeing of this burden on the yoke of humanity, I think that that's where that the poor people will be the rich people. The poor people are only poor because of circumstance. But were the circumstances different? Were the instruments different? And if they can create mechanics and instruments to compensate for the differences, or to compensate for the compensation of not having those original instruments, the imagination of individuals can expand exponentially, and it is that power, that press forward of the individual information, of the individual, that creates consciousness and multiple consciousness. It is that which is the source of all of creativity. That is the backwind of the universe, the expression, the cosmic expression, that the surfing at the very edge of a quantum wave, this creative experience. And we are on the precipice of great creativity, and the way we structure it is important. And in doing so,
The poor person, which is described in the Bible, is no longer poor. The poor is a king with the chariots and with the instruments and with everything they need until they say, we are happy.